Well, we're going to talk about Nintendo a little later on in the show.
I'm leaving.
But speaking of Nintendo
Uh-huh.
and their amazing performance at E3, let's talk about our favorite E3 moments. We're not going to go over all of E3 because that's an entire show.
We will
by
be
itself.
here for a month.
Yeah, we'll be here forever. So I figured a really good way to do this. E3 is kind of out, but it's still really relevant. And since that was like kind of like the big news coming out of gaming, we can do like a recap of what we really loved.
Okay.
So, ladies first.
Why is it always ladies first?
Because we are gentlemen. Now talk.
I'm sorry.
What?
You're right. I'll go first. Trying to be polite. Trying to be chivalrous. I'm going first now.
No, I want to go
You
first.
sit there and be
No,
quiet.
I want to go. I want to talk
Women
about
are seen, not heard.
How dare you?
He went there.
Oh
man.
So favorite things coming out of E3.
Spooderman! I did it.
Nintendo's entire showing. And the reason I'm
yeah.
going to say Nintendo's entire showing, and I want to talk about them first,
Nostalgia.
is because I haven't been excited for Nintendo and their E3 their E3 conference or showcase in such a long time, and this was out of the park home run for them. So good. Elias hasn't watched any of it, so he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm totally like.
But you watched it. You watched it like
Nintendo holds a special place in my heart.
Nintendo's always going to be
Super
Nintendo.
Nostalgia childhood. And then they came out with like Yoshi and Kirby and Mario Odyssey, and I'm like,
Mario Odyssey, which I was like kind of iffy about. Like I wasn't sure because they didn't show like too much. It was just like a little bit of gameplay. But they went like hardcore gameplay in like New Donk City, which is kind of like their New York City equivalent. And then they showed a bunch of like snippets in their trailer. Oh my God, the game looks so good.
it looked like
I'm so excited for a Mario. I haven't been excited for a Mario game in like in a long time. This game looks like Mario Galaxy levels of good.
in that
It
part.
looks so good.
In that part with the city, it looked like Mario meets Grand Theft Auto because he takes over a taxi.
Wow.
He also takes over a man. Like he takes the guy playing like the little remote control game, the remote control car game.
Yeah.
He was just like, and then he like embodies this man, like possesses him. So in this game,
Is this Mario as a poltergeist? Like,
Mario can throw a hat on something, and then he becomes that thing. Like he can throw it at a bullet bill, and he becomes the bullet bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Bruce Lee with water.
okay.
Except he becomes, so he can become a T-Rex, a person.
Can he become a car?
A Goomba, a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can become a ton of things.
So
A
is
bullet
this
bill.
like a new ability that his hat suddenly
So this
has?
is-
or-
fairly new.
Do you remember how Sunshine had the water, like the jetpack?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This game has.
He has
the
like a
hat.
special hat now. That
Yeah, he has Cappy. His name is Cappy.
Okay.
And you can also change your attire. Like
So he has a sentient hat now.
he has a sentient. He has a
Got
sentient
little
hat.
eyes.
Yeah,
How little
and
are
it's
they?
beautiful.
One more time?
Also, if you haven't
Yeah,
heard, if you haven't seen the trailer, like the opening trailer that Nintendo put out for their E3 Treehouse, you need to listen to the song out of it. So good. What is the song called? Hold on. I think it's like
You're really
my
doing
one
this.
up, my one up girl. Something like that. It's like One Up Girl or My One Up Girl. It's really good. It's like the super poppy kind
I
of
love
jazz big band theme. It's really catchy. It's really, really good.
Interesting.
I enjoyed it. I was listening to
And
it. I was
What's
just
the name
like,
of this game again?
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey.
And it looks really good. Also, you had
Yoshi is my favorite.
the Yoshi. Didn't expect Yoshi.
My favorite. Like even when I play Mario Kart, my go-to character is Yoshi.
Is the Yoshi?
yeah, that's
You have the
So
Yoshi.
what did they do with Yoshi?
There's just a new Yoshi game coming out.
Is it a
And they
platformer?
put-
Like,
Yeah, it's a Yoshi platform. They put out Woolly World in like 2015 or 2016. One of those years. You can tell us in the comments. But one of those. So it was pretty recent. They brought out a Yoshi game. So it was really unexpected that they just announced another. And they're like, "Fuck, here you go.
like when
Here's
people,
another Yoshi game."
people were like, "You're gonna buy the Nintendo Switch? It only has Zelda. You're gonna buy a whole console just for one game?" And I'm like,
That's exactly what people look like too. Idiots.
and I'm like, I'm like, first of all, even if
you
it
hating ass haters.
even if it was just Zelda, I buy it. I don't give a fuck. But I knew
I
they were
bought my
gonna.
Switch for
I
Zelda.
knew they were gonna come out with more games, and I had like it was kind of a risky investment because some people be like, "Oh, what if they didn't come out with greater games, or it was just like subpar games?" But they did it.
Oh no, yeah, they're making dreams come true.
Like I'm buying all of those games.
Oh, for sure. Oh well, maybe not all of them because like I don't want like Arms doesn't really interest me. That new fighting
Oh.
game. Have you seen it?
Yeah, there was one
No.
that I've never heard of before.
Arms
that
doesn't really look that great for me anyway. If people
Yeah.
like that, it's kind of different.
Metroid.
Metroid, I'm really excited about. They didn't give much information, but
It
they
was
gave
just
like a
like,
title. They're doing it, which is what I think Retro's doing it, right?
I've never
Retro
played a
should be-
Metroid game before.
You've
Get
never
out
played
of
Metroid?
this house.
That's twice now. Jeez.
Get out of the house!
You are shunned.
It's okay. I know a lot of people who have it.
Shame.
I know a lot of people who have it. You should.
Yeah.
Actually, you should play. I mean, the original is really good. But you can play Axiom Verge.
What is that? Whoa.
Axiom Verge is like a Metroidvania style game, so it looks a lot like Metroid though. But it's
I don't like side scrollers.
you're kind of fucked
Wow.
up.
Okay, well there we go.
Get out.
Yeah, you're not gonna. It's a platforming side
Yeah,
scroller.
never been a fan of side scrollers. The closest I've gotten lately to having a side scroller that I'm like, this is fun, is Broforce. That's about
Broforce
it.
is so much fun.
Broforce.
There's a bunch though. Like you've never played like Shovel Knight's really good. The Adventures of Pip is a really fun platformer. Guacamelee.
Guys, what else did you enjoy
About
about E3?
I
What
enjoyed.
did you enjoy?
The
about it?
wins. I told you what I enjoyed. All the Nintendo stuff. I know that you were really excited about Spooderman.
I was excited about Spooderman. I was excited that PlayStation came out. They didn't have crazy announcements. Like they had Shadow of the Colossus, which I thought was really cool.
That's dope. Yeah.
I like Shadow of the Colossus. My cousin flipped out when he saw Shadow of the
I bet.
Colossus. But I have no idea when that fucking game's coming out.
What's the name of that one with the decisions? Oh, I can't remember it right now. Detroit.
Yeah. Well, what I liked coming out of Sony was that they were consistent with what they showed last year. They were
Yeah.
like, we showed you a bunch of stuff last year. Now let's make good on that, and we're
Yeah.
gonna show you more. Like Days Gone, I was not like I saw it last year, and like it had like, did you see the video? It's like that zombie like crazy horde wave.
I saw like bits and pieces of it.
It looked whatever. Like it didn't really catch my attention.
Right.
But this demo where they actually go and they show you like some of the more stealthy mechanics, some of the things you have to do, setting up traps, using zombie like hordes as a weapon, like by blowing up barricades to have them invade a camp.
Oh wow.
So you can like grab whatever you need. I was like, okay, this is really cool. It's a lot more. There's a lot more to this game than what I originally thought. They
It
showed
looked
way
really
more
cool.
of God of War,
Yeah.
which looked
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool. Spider-Man, they showed so much of,
Oh
and
my
I
God,
thought it was
Spider-Man.
really, really good.
Don't even start with
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
is so good.
That should put me in a
It
way,
looks
bro.
So it put me in a way.
Well, because like okay, in the olden days of PS2, there were Spider-Man games,
Yeah, I remember those.
and
Yeah.
they were
PlayStation
kind of,
1 too.
and
The
PlayStation
Spider-Man
1
game on PlayStation 1.
was
great.
great. And it was fairly like basic. You know, like you were given sort of like a New York area to sort of
Which one
swing
are you talking
around
about
in.
right now?
I think it was like I don't remember the names.
Spider-Man 2?
Might have been Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 was the
I think
best one
so.
on PlayStation.
And it was cool
This is
because
fun.
you had like a closed off area that was in New York and you could swing around in it.
Yeah.
And then every time you'd go into a building for a mission, that became your new map. But I just love the amount of costumes that you could put on and how they would give you different
Yeah.
bonuses. And it like for those of us at the time who were kids who didn't really know a whole lot about Spider-Man, you learned a lot of the Spider-Man universe through that series of games. And
Yeah, 'cause
I
you
got
have a
to
ton of
fight
different suits.
yeah, and you got to fight all of his enemies. I got to fight my boy Mysterio. I got to fight Rhino, Electro.
You're, again, the only person I know whose favorite Spider-Man villain is Mysterio.
Hey,
say, bro.
he likes his
That's awesome.
strange heroes
Yeah.
It's awesome.
and villains.
I like
villains.
I like a demon guy with a Harley and a angry
And a fog
magical
man in a fish tank.
pretty much, yeah, just an angry magical
Fog
goldfish
man in
bull
a fish tank.
who's really built for some reason.
But yeah, that's what I loved about it too, is that you got like a really nice breath of the
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
So then I
like,
saw
universe.
this new Spider-Man trailer and I'm like, oh my god, I feel 11 years old again. Like this is
Right?
gonna be freaking great. And I just like that I'm not playing Spider-Man Homecoming. Like it's a different
Yeah.
suit, it's a different world, but it's still
What do you-
Spider-Man.
now there's like a polarizing little topic online. Do you like the white spider on the suit, or do you dislike the white spider on the suit?
I kind of like that it's just a different like design and it's
Okay.
going to be its own suit. Like
But
it'll
do you like the aesthetic?
I do for the same reason that I like the way that the Arkham series constantly gave Batman a new suit.
A new suit.
So when you see Arkham Asylum or Arkham City Batman, you're like, I know that suit
Okay.
because I've played with that suit. I haven't read it in a comic or seen it in a show.
Yeah.
I have been using that suit this whole
But it
time.
doesn't matter
What-
how many times they change Batman's suit. He will never be able to move his neck.
Move my whole body. Swear
I'll
to
fight.
me.
I'll fight. Stop moving around so much. I can't move my neck.
I can't look at you.
Is there someone Alfred, is there some... Alfred,
Help me.
is there someone behind me? I can't turn anymore.
Use
My
a
core.
mirror.
And then he always
He
has
has
to
like
yell.
a prison mirror. He's like, get out of there.
It's just a piece. It's just a piece of glass.
He's Peyton Manning, basically. He's just,
I'm Batman. Just all shoulders.
what do you feel about the white spider? Do you like the white spider on the suit?
Like it.
I don't like it.
Woo!
Why?
I just don't like the way it looks.
Do you think it's conflicting with the rest of the colors? Or just the design
it
is
too
too big?
stark?
Or
It's so big. Because it's white, it pops that. But I
It
wouldn't
does.
like it
Right.
black
yeah,
either.
what about blue?
I think white looks better.
Do you think
Blue, I
maybe
think,
it's
would blend too much.
big or
I feel like it's too big. I
Like-
feel like it's so much of the suit is that white spider. I'm just like,
whoa? Yeah.
okay, I get it. You're a Spider-Man.
Okay, well
That'd be
that's-
weird if it was like the old Superman movies where he can tear it off and it's like a cellophane trap. Ha Saran wrap!
That's one of your gadgets. He's just naked.
That's how I felt about Batman.
Because you go commando in that suit.
It
You
was
gotta know
in
it.
the movie, but the Batman logo, the new one, it just looks like an obese bat, just like
I know.
Batman. You really got to cut the Tostinos, dude.
dude, what
The
happened?
bagel bites are
There's
getting
a
to you.
robbery at McDonald's. Alfred, I'm on my way.
And like,
Alfred, oh God.
people were obsessed.
Did they steal the flurry machine? Did they break the flurry machine?
But it has to be Kristen Bale. But Alfred,
Alfred.
help me.
Where,
Get me a McFlurry.
where are they? Where are the McChickens?
Couldn't look past the bat nipples. I couldn't look past the fucking fat
The bat
that he has
fat
on
bat.
his chest.
He's
Like,
fat bat.
He's got the fat bat.
Why?
Oh.
All right, wait.
I
Back
like
to
the sleek. Sorry.
back.
Yeah.
We're getting
I
derailed
backtracked.
on the fat bat. Batman.
Spoodermans.
Yeah. So Spooderman was a really big one that we
Yeah,
saw.
I really hope we
Really
get to
cool.
play a Spider Gwen. I'm just saying.
And that was like those were my two favorite things. Ubisoft had a good conference. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not excited for Assassin's Creed in any way, shape, or form. Still,
I
don't
gave
care.
up on Assassin's Creed after Black
I
Flag.
don't care.
I only wanted to play Black Flag so I could blast sea shanties in my house at full volume.
Well, they did give you. They were like, oh, did you like Black Flag? Well, now you're a pirate ship. That's what you wanted, right? Now
you're
you
a
can
pirate
be a
ship.
pirate ship.
Which is, honestly, as soon as I got to
Incredible.
unlocking all sea shanties, I was like, okay, so that's all we're going to do now. I'm just going to turn on the game, sail around, and just listen to sea shanties in my house.
Yeah. So Jay and I
don't know
recently
what sea
moved.
I
shanties
actually
sound
know
like.
2 of them,
Do you really?
which is upsetting.
No. Stop. He would sing
Stop.
those in his sleep.
Who him?
Jay, yeah, Jay used to like we would be asleep and he'd be like, I'm like, oh,
Are you sea shanting?
stop!
You're not a pirate. How many times do I have to tell you?
But
You
we
turn over,
recently-
he's got an eye patch.
We recently moved.
He wakes
and
up. He's
I
like,
was-
"Yar."
I
He's
was
like,
putting
"Fuck
our
off."
video games into the shelves,
Oh,
right?
no.
Just like kind of organizing
Uh-huh.
them. And I was like, okay, here's our Xbox games, Xbox One games, whatever. And then I was like, there was just a whole pile. And I'm like, oh, Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, and 4, and a random one and another one. But they didn't have numbers. What was it? And I'm just like, why? Why are they making more? It's just, I can't. I tried to play
Yeah.
I get it. But I tried to play the first one.
The
I got
Monet.
through it. But my frustration was that I'd be holding onto the wall and I'm like, all right, I got to get right there. And he just like,
The
go.
earlier,
Swan
the,
dive.
the earlier
Do
Assassin's
you want me to
Creed,
climb to the top of this roof, or do you want me to swan?
everything's fine.
why would you let go?
It's everyone's problem with Assassin's Creed.
Fuck.
I think they said that it got better. Like everyone who played Syndicate, like the reviews for Syndicate were pretty positive.
Yeah.
The people I follow on like YouTube and stuff, people liked it.
I
So
heard it
I
got
think they
better.
fixed
I
it.
just found it
but
kind
I
of
don't
funny
care.
that Horizon Zero Dawn came out and they got that same mechanic perfect.
But it's way.
First try.
But
Like,
they're a little
go,
bit
guys.
more. Horizon is a little bit more constricted. Their climbing is constricted. Like you can't climb as
Scale.
much. There's very specific things.
Yes.
And you literally just like hit up, and you should like.
I know, but is that so difficult for Assassin's Creed? I don't have to do combos to fucking climb a freaking building.
But I think like I like the way Zelda did it, where it's like a stamina wheel, and you can climb whatever you want, but
Yeah.
you have to like manage your shit. I
Yeah.
liked that because I felt like it almost made it a little bit more of like a mini game when you're climbing, where you
Mm-hmm.
have to kind of if you're climbing something really tall, make sure you have the resources to like increase
Right.
your stamina or
Makes sense.
manage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. But yeah, Assassin's Creed just doesn't call to me. What did you like about E3? What did you find arousing?
As you guys know, because
What
that
did you find
please stop.
arousing?
That's so upsetting.
What did you find arousing?
Can you not whisper to me like that?
What did you like?
Tell us what you liked.
Thank you, God. I was, and I feel like I might be the only one, But and this is going to be real obvious, I was really excited for the announcement of Forza Motorsport 7.
Oh, no way. I would have never thought that you would care about that.
Here's the thing that I
Oh my God. Would have never pegged you as a car
like
guy.
Forza for like 10 minutes.
That's
And-
about the attention span for most people to play Forza.
And
So
here's
That's
what.
about
on the
how-
money.
That's
I'm
about how
that
mass
person.
audiences greet
I
Forza.
am that person who likes to build the car or whatever, but racing,
Yeah.
I get bored because it's like, let's drive this straight line. Boop, boop, beep. I don't know why I did the Mario Kart.
That was really good.
Because
But,
that's racing. I
That was
mean,
really good.
So like you take off, right? And you're like, I just have to hold this button down and then like shift every now and then. But once you get past like third gear, you're just sitting there.
No, I feel like
okay, so I'll explain.
Bitch.
you were off. You were off.
Oh, my bad.
So I'll explain. I haven't played a proper like racetrack racing game since Forza 4.
Also, I don't know what racing game you're playing that's just a straightaway.
No. Obviously, it wasn't just a straight line, but there are some tracks that are like, right? You know what I mean? Like there's
Like a NASCAR track? Because
no.
in most racing games, my problem is I'm in the wall all the time because it's way too like simmy. So I'm just like, I don't actually know how to drive a car. I can't do
But
this.
it'll have like a straight line and then curve or turn or whatever, and then it'll have like zigs and whatever.
Right.
But like during
They have like
that,
one big straightaway. Yeah.
during that one straightaway, you lose me there. That's where I'm like,
Yeah, well, and that's where it loses a lot of people because there's no interaction.
yeah.
So here's
And then I rage when I do find
here's
a
my
curve.
argument.
Why are you
I-
excited about Forza?
'Cause I'm
so
just,
like
like,
I
in
said,
the grass.
I haven't played a Forza like a track racing game
Uh-huh.
since Forza 4. So I missed Forza 5 and 6.
Okay.
For me, Forza's really important because I started my video game racing career with Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And since then, it has just been basically no matter what video games I buy, there always has to be a racing game. At
Right.
some point,
gonna
there
be in
has
there.
to be one, right?
Yeah.
So I got Forza 1 on the first Xbox, and it was awesome.
There
but
was
I didn't
so much hype for it too.
but I
yeah.
didn't really like use it to its full potential because I didn't know what I was doing yet. Then Forza 2 came out and this whole
Changed
thing
the
just
game?
went off the rails for me.
Changed the game.
So every time a Forza would come out, I would pre-order it and I'd get the VIP edition. Always because I wanted the Steelbook and I wanted all the special fun cool stuff. The last one that I got was Forza 4, which was amazing. Turn 10, if you're listening to this, which I don't think you are,
hey,
please.
But if you are,
But if you are,
But if
how
you are,
doing?
if you remember, the Forza 4 Collector's Edition was a black cardboard box that had 2 magnetic opening doors that presented me with the game, a key fob with the Forza symbol on it, and a 12 gig USB with the Forza logo on it.
Beautiful.
I
A key
still
fob.
have those. They're not on my keys. It's on another set of keys that I have. I still use that USB to this day.
I love it.
And the game was in a steelbook. It was incredible. That to me was like
Just beautiful.
how many
packaged.
hours did you put into that game?
Forza 4, I think last time I checked, I currently have over 1,000 hours
That's fucking obscene.
put into
That's
Forza 4.
so obscene. And he probably has like every car.
No, I
completely
actually
tuned
do.
out.
No, I have
Yeah.
an achievement where you own every car in the game, including all the DLC
Yeah, I
cars.
wouldn't put it past you.
So
People who play racing games and actually really like racing
Yeah.
games are psychotic.
my
They
big thing
just need
Yeah.
all of it.
my big
No.
thing for
I think they're smarter because they don't race in real
No,
life.
I mean psychotic
Do
about.
you? I don't know.
I have, and sometimes it's been illegal, like street racing, and other times I have gone to a track and raced.
No,
They're on to us.
They're
I'm
after you.
not gonna put 'em I'm not gonna put it past them because.
no, I'm-
But that
The
was
only
when I was
reason-
dumb and in high school and
Yeah,
didn't care about
I
my
was
own
gonna
safety.
Say the only reason I know a little bit about cars and like the Forza whatever was because in my high school days,
the racings.
I hung out with like
People who
some
raced, yeah.
people who raced, and I happened to be in the passenger
with some
seat.
cubanazos.
They weren't cubanazos.
Yeah, they were.
So-
no, they weren't.
Oh,
Here's the
yeah,
thing.
papi, you going to the Mino
To
dog? We're
explain,
going to checkers.
you know how
what
you
I'm
said
saying,
you
dog?
kind of get like the glazed over like zombie eyes on straightaways?
Yep.
So,
Because I'm not feeling it. You
right.
know? I'm not like
and it's fine.
like that.
For me, it's very difficult for a game to give you a sense of speed.
yeah.
And a lot of track style racing games are just you're never gonna get nothing can nothing can actually simulate real life for you.
Yeah.
It's different.
Because like once you race in real life,
Wait,
Well, just
hold
once-
on. You're going into like why you like racing
No,
and why you like.
No,
I want
why
to know
the game
The
is
game.
important.
why
the
you
game.
like
7.
the 7. the
Okay,
new one.
so
stay on track.
I know.
Sorry, my bad.
7, and this
Kinda-
is to answer your question earlier. I really like it because it's going to be so involved. Like Horizon is cool, but it's just arcadey.
Mhm.
You know, I listen to techno, I race around, I have all of Australia to mess
As
around
one
with.
does.
Right. But this time I get to build a track purpose car. Like I have
Okay.
to tune this car and build it for this track. And I have to make sure that every time I do a lap, it's faster than the last one. Because if
Correct.
it's not, I lose.
Oof.
And so I have to work with traction. I have to work with braking. I have to make
Yeah.
sure that I'm shifting at the right time.
No, it's a total science.
It is. But I get so engaged in that even on the straightaways, I'm like, could I go straighter on the straightaways? You know?
James, what is happening?
Do you want me to just be inside the mic like this?
You gotta be the mic.
No, you're peeking now. Careful. Careful.
I don't know what you want from me anymore, man.
Go on. Go
What
on.
do
I'm
you
just
want
fucking with you.
from me?
So, you know, looking at it like that, I'm like, wow, this game is going to take up many hours of my life, but it's going to be
I'm
awesome.
glad you like it.
Because even
And
on
did
a
you-
bad day, I can come
Yeah.
home and be like, I'm going to go and do
Did you
time
like
attack.
the special edition 911 that comes with the game?
Yeah, so Porsche decided that
They always fucking do this.
Porsche
They release
decided
a
when
car
the game
with
when the game
Forza.
came out, they were like, so you thought the 911 GT3 RS was a bad bitch?
Yeah, you thought that was a bad bitch missile?
Check out the GT2 RS. It's now the most powerful road-going Porsche ever built. And I cannot express to you how excited I am for that game. Turn 10, thank you so much.
You tell them.
Yeah,
you think
right
them.
there, right
Think
there.
I
them
know.
Right there.
I was thanking them up there because I really believe that they're celestial beings.
The right hand of God, Jesus Christ. Left hand of God, turn 10.
Always on the steering wheel. Don't take the wheel, Jesus. Take the wheel, turn 10. You guys
Turn
know what
10,
you're doing.
take the wheel. Turn 10, take the wheel.
They know what they're doing.
That sounds fun.
So,
I'm excited.
so you're excited.
Obviously.
Was there anything outside of E3 that caught
Besides Spider-Man and Turn 10?
Yeah.
I mean, and Forza?
I liked Anthem too. I thought the honorable mention Anthem. looks
Anthem
really
was
good.
pretty cool. I like that it's basically Robo Destiny.
Yeah,
Destiny
I like
was
that third
suits.
person.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
It's
that you
different.
can fly like Iron Man. I thought that was really cool.
I'm just hoping it doesn't end up being just a total flop.
I don't think it will be.
I don't
That
think
game. That game. I don't think it's gonna
Superman,
come out
Iron Man,
looking
right?
I
Or
think.
Superman.
Superman's is
Iron
one arm.
Man.
Oh, you're right.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna look as good as
What,
it
Anthem?
did at E3. I think it might be a little less, but that I think it's still gonna look great, and I'm excited for it.
I'm just hoping the
excited to give
gameplay
it a
is good.
chance. Gameplay looks great. I mean, the combat looked really good anyway.
But don't the cutscenes always look better than the actual gameplay?
But they showed gameplay. That's
They
the thing.
did.
Oh.
They did show in-engine gameplay, and it looked great. I just don't know if it's gonna look as great when they ship it.
Although I did want to mention to you,
Don't
watching that game, I noticed that this is going to be Destiny meets Armored Core.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I am
Which
whew,
is what
excited
everyone's
for that.
been asking for. That's what I've been asking.
I would
for.
just like a
Like,
new Armored Core at one point. I want a Gundam game, but that's a subject for another day.
a Gundam
my
game like an
God.
Armored Core game.
No, yeah, I want like a Gundam Armored Core game for any console as long as it renders in 4K.